Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smite 2 Week 2 of the Alpha test, where they added Soul. I just did a video on Hades, so if you want to check that out, make sure to click the link up above to check that one out. But Soul is the other god that they added for the Week 2 of the Alpha. And just like Hades, she has not received much of any changes. She's pretty much the same, so again, if you liked her in Smite 1, which I did, you probably would like her in Smite 2. So let's just jump into the quick overview. Soul's passive ability is called Unstable Manifestation. She gains heat from hitting enemies with basic attacks or from using abilities to gain increased strength, intelligence, and attack speed. At max heat, she increases your basic attack damage. Note that it doesn't have to be max. It does increase your attacks and everything very slowly as you're going up. But once you hit that max, it's a pretty big bump. So as you can see, there's like a little ball thing here that's empty right now, and that's kind of the gauge to signify what she's at. As you can see, I start attacking and I'm doing like 154, and as it's already going up, you can see the damage is also going up. And as you can see, once it is fully leveled up, it is a decent amount. It's like 50 points. I'm sure the numbers will be different depending on everything, but the maxed heat is huge. It does a really decent amount of extra damage. Her first ability is called Radiance. She creates a pool of flames at her location to heal herself over time for 18% of her missing health and instantly generates heat. The pool also deals magical damage to enemies in the area. The more heat you have at the time the pool is created, the larger the area will be. So as you can see, when you have no heat, it is pretty small. It still does the same amount of damage and everything, but you can also see it did create a bunch of heat for me. And as you can already see, the circle starts kind of big and then slowly gets smaller as your heat dissipates. Her second ability is called Stellar Burst. Your next basic attack fires a projectile that explodes, then retracts and generates heat. Both the explosion and the retraction deal damage to enemies and slows them. As you can see, it's a pretty big range. It's basically the same range as their basic attack. And when you chuck it, it comes out. This will be a better visualization. You can chuck it, it goes out, you can see it kind of goes in and then sucks back in. So both the exploding and going back in deals damage. Soul's third ability is called Disapparate. She gains movement speed and slow immunity and starts creating a trail of flames behind her that instantly generate heat. The trail persists and deals magical damage to enemies that pass by them. After 3 seconds, detonate the trail of dealing magical damage and become immune to all damage. Now the trade-off is you're immune, but you also can't attack. So it's kind of a good getaway if you're like getting stumped by something. This is what it looks like. You can see the little circle appears below her, and then she becomes a ball of fire, and you cannot throw damage or deal damage. So there's the trail of fire. Draw a little bit, and then you are immune to damage for a little bit of time. Soul's ultimate ability is called a Supernova. She channels to create heat, select 8 areas, and then repeatedly deal magical damage to enemies in those areas. The first time an enemy is hit, they are displaced. All hits after that deal decreased damage. You are CC immune while channeling. They say that you can select 8 areas, but just note, it's very fast. It's not like you can click, 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 and pick. It is, and once it starts, you have to pick. So I'll just show that off quick. So like you could pick your first area, and then you kind of have to just drag your mouse to where you want to go. If you want them all to hit the same spot, you hold your mouse still. If you want it to move that way, you have to kind of just drag your mouse around. So you can click and just unload on someone, or you can click and then drag and make like a little shape. I've noticed that the Ymirs have slowly stopped spawning, so maybe that's my cue to skedaddle. That's Soul, everybody. Do you think she should have gotten more changes from Smite 1 over to Smite 2? Do you like her? Do you don't like her? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next Smite 2 video.